Welcome back to the channel. This morning I took a journey down south to Everglades City. Everglades City is an historic town. Right now I'm standing in front of the old Collier County Courthouse. This building was completed in 1928 to be the first seat of government for Collier County, which was founded in 1923. And just across from the courthouse, which is now the City Hall, is the old Everglades Community Church. So we're going to take a trip to look at some of these historic structures down here. So come along with me on this journey. I look forward to seeing what we find here. Let's go. Okay, here I am standing in front of the old Collier County Courthouse, which served as the county seat for all of Collier County way back over 100 years ago. In 1960, Hurricane Donna came along and pretty much destroyed the area, and the town was pretty much underwater. So the powers to be decided to move the City Hall to the Collier County Courthouse to East Naples, making that the county seat of Collier County. So let's go take a look at this building. It looks real historic. Come along with me, let's go. Collier County, Florida Centennial, 1923 to 2023. So it's over 103 years old, this building, which is now the City Hall. Let's take a walk around the back. As we look from the steps of the City Hall here, across the street to the old church. As you look up, times have changed. Right next to the American flag is a 200+ foot square tower that houses all the satellite equipment, obviously, and cell phone service. You think 100 years ago they would have thought that they would have such a structure in front of this courthouse? Probably not. The American flag flying proudly up there. Here's a dedication marker. Let's see what this says. This tablet has been erected by the Commission of the Collier County, April 25th, 1928. Okay, here I am in front of the old church, which I'll read the marker and I'll read it out to you. This building was completed in April 1940 by land donated in May 1939 by the estate of Baron Collier. Now, if you don't know Baron Collier, he was pretty much the father of Southwest Florida. He bought up all the land back in the day, in the 20s and such. And he created all these little communities down here, which one of them happens to be Everglades City, along with many others. But here's the old Community church. Another beautiful structure. Let's take a look. Look at that door. It's an original door. Pretty quiet here, very quiet community. I believe there's only about 500 residents. Not counting the mosquitoes. Okay, here's the side of the church with our stained glass. Beautiful structure. You don't find this too often, as you see across the street there. The old courthouse. Look at that structure. As we go back. To the church. Okay, my next stop on the journey here in Everglades City is the old bank. The old bank was built in 1923 by, of course, Baron Collier, and along with the courthouse was moved to East Naples after 1960 because of the Hurricane Donna. So let's take a look at this building. As you can see, it's completely under restoration right now. And hopefully within a year or so, I think they have a target date next year sometime that it will be completed. But this is the old bank. I'll take a look at it. As you can see, here's the marker. The project, Bank of Everglades, future home of Everglades Area Visitor Center and Trail Town Headquarters. Okay, as you can see, it's fenced off, so I can't get in there. A lot of historic structures in this small town, let me tell you. I guess Baron Collier at the time was planning on making Everglades City the hub of Collier County, but that quickly changed as more and more people came down here. And of course the hurricane didn't help. As you can see, the back of the building here. Big structure, beautiful building. You can see the original details up there. Hopefully they restore it to its original grandeur. And there's a placard, historic plaque back over there. I don't want to get too close to this fence line, but I can't get to the fence. I can't get to the placard and read it, but that's pretty much it. Built in 1923, served as a hub for Collier County. And right across the street, unbeknownst to me when I got here, is the Rod and Gun Club, the Everglades Rod and Gun Club, which is a very historic building that probably dates back many years before the bank and before the courthouse. It is said many presidents visited this Rod and Gun Club over the years, so I want to try to get a little closer to that. And there's an historical plaque in front, so we'll go read that. Okay, here I am across the street from the Bank of Everglades, the old historic bank, and right across the street from that is the Rod and Gun Club. This is perhaps one of the oldest structures in Southwest Florida, built in 1864. So this outdates any historical building that I just talked about. This is some building. This is a very famous Rod and Gun Club. Many U.S. presidents visited this club over the years, including Franklin Roosevelt, Harry Truman, Dwight D. Eisenhower, Herbert Hoover, and of course Richard Nixon. All were on this property at one time. You don't see many buildings in Florida from 1864, honestly. They're here, but not too frequent. As we walk over to the historical placard, let's take a look and see what it says. Rod and Gun Club. The site was the home of William Smith Allen, who settled here in the 1870s. But from my records, it goes back to 1864, so there's a little discrepancy in that. In 1889, it was expanded to include a post office, trading posts, and warehouses for the thriving sugarcane syrup trade. Baron Collier bought the town in 1922, and he converted the homestead into the Rod and Gun Club, which was famous for its fishing and welcomed distinguished guests. So those presidents all came after Baron Collier bought the Rod and Gun Club and I guess made it a little more exclusive. Let me go up the steps. Maybe they'll allow me to go in. Looking out from the Rod and Gun Club out to the bank across the street. I'm going to try to go in. Maybe they'll allow me to do a little video. Okay, I did the Rod and Gun Club. Very, very historic feeling when you walk in. Woohoo. Hear the bells ringing? Look at this place. It's so dark. I don't know if you can get this on video. It's beautiful. Wow, look at this place. Wow, this bar. Oh my God, there's a picture of the presidents in this bar. Whoa. Wow, what history. It's amazing. I'm taken back a little. This is unbelievable. This is gorgeous. Look at that stairway going upstairs. How many presidents walked those stairways? Richard Nixon walked up those stairs. Eisenhower. Unbelievable. There's nobody here. You see it yourself. Wow. Oh, there's a kitty. Hello, kitty. Look at history. Going out to the back. Wow, right on the water. I'll go back there. Wow, this is worth a trip in itself. Unbelievable. You can feel the history in here. This is what makes my blood pump when I see stuff like this. Hello, kitty. Hi. Wow, that register. I don't know where to start. This is the dining room, I guess, here. I'm all by myself in here. There's nobody here. Look at this pool table. God, could you picture the former presidents of the United States shooting pool over here, playing billiards? They're having a drink in this bar. Look at this bar. It's unbelievable. Look at this place. Sorry, I'm a little excited when I see this stuff. This guy's hanging up here. Thought it was a real guy for a second. Must be the ghost of spirits past. Look at this. Look at these original doors. Oh look, there's a bleeding. Wow, it's just, I don't know what to say. It's beautiful. Oh, the old jukebox. God, I don't think I've seen enough. If this bar can talk, my God. Unbelievable. I walked through the whole place, there's nobody here. Okay. I'm back outside. That was worth the trip in itself coming here. Let me just head to the side of the gun club. See what they look out from the back. Look at that tower. Ooh, that tower going up. Wow, that's a nice tower. I'll take that home with me. For people who know me, you know I love that tower. Wow. This is the back here, wow. This is the back of the building. Look at this place. Look at the view. Look where this building sits. In the middle of the Everglades. Right now I'm in the middle of the Everglades. And you got a rod and gun club from around 1870 sitting here. Look at this. This was the front. Actually the back is the front, it looks like, and the front is the back. Because look at this, here's the front. Or if these grounds could talk. Here I am, sitting deep in the Everglades in front of the Everglades City Rod and Gun Club. And you can see the view back there. Unbelievable. The history in this place is still standing after all these hurricanes from roughly 1870. Whew. Okay, I'm going to continue and see some sights, and then I'll do my final stop at the train depot. And I'll call it a day. So come along, more to see. The old laundry building. This was used as a community laundry center for many years. And now it's the Museum of the Everglades, colliermuseums.com. It's not open today, it's Sunday, but in 1965, this became a clubhouse for Everglades Women's Club. And after that, as the years went by, now it's a museum, and folklore, fish tales, and family stories. Legends of the Everglades. Now, that's going to be another story in itself, because I plan on doing a part 2 to this video down the road, before October anyway, I hope. I will be digging deeper into the folklore of the Skunk Ape. So we'll take a look at that. But here's the plaque I was looking for earlier. Old laundry building, Everglades Women's Club. The first permanent white settlers arrived in the region in the late 19th century. In 1923, Collier County was formed with the town of Everglades. That year also marked the opening of the Tamiami Trail. Now the Tamiami Trail is US 41 if people don't know the area. And that trail pretty much takes you right into Miami from here. And also takes you to Naples and all of North Florida. 41 goes way up the coast, all the way up almost into North Florida. But that's the Tamiami Trail. Legend has it, it was named because back in the day, people would use the trail to go to Miami. So they would say, I'm going to take the trail to Miami. So they named it Tamiami, which I don't know if it's true or not, but that is in the history book somewhere. Anyway, back to the old laundry building here. Very historic structure. Okay, that pretty much wraps up the tour of downtown Everglades City. Town center here. All the historical buildings are pretty much within a quarter mile of each other. As you can see, there's the old laundry. Across from that, on this side, is the old bank being restored. And then on this side here, you got the courthouse, which is City Hall now. And on this side here, you've got the old church. Very quiet, peaceful community. Across from that, you have a Captain Morgan's Seafood Grill. It's very clean looking. Looks like a great place to have lunch. Matter of fact, I will someday, but not today. We'll drive around a bit and see if we see any more undocumented buildings that I'd like to get on video. There is one building at the beginning of town when you first pull in I want to take a look at. It's the old train depot. That's been in the news for the last year or so. So I'm going to take a look at that before we drive out of town. Wildman's Pizza and Pasta. I like their phone number. 239 I am Wild. An old building that was converted into a pizzeria. You can see the old garage door on the side there. This could have been anything. And right across from this building is the hotel. It's like an old hotel. Let me go take a look at that. And next to that is the old train depot, I believe. So this has some history to tell as well. Here's the old hotel that I just talked about across from that old pizzeria over there. So this must be an original hotel on the island. If you want to call it an island. Everglades City. I guess it could be an island. Probably not though. Now it's Captain's Table Resort. And at one time, this is probably the original hotel here. Think of how many people stayed here. All these buildings have some story to tell. It's not just a structure. To me anyway. I'm such a big history fanatic, if you want to call it that. But every building you see, anywhere, any town, has such a story to tell. It's a shame sometimes they want to knock these buildings down. They should preserve our history. And of course, next to this old hotel here is the old train depot that I'm gonna go take a look at right now. Okay, I've arrived at the old train depot in Everglades City. I'll spin around here and you can take a look. As you can see, it has fallen into disarray. But recently, a private sale went through for this property not that long ago. Mr. Bill O'Dre bought the property in hopes of restoring it to its former glory. As you can see, the structure is in much need of repair. Here's an old historical plaque. The old railway depot. The Atlantic Coastline Railroad ran between Immokalee and Everglades from 1928 to 1956. It carried passengers as well as freight and was an important link for the tomato farms in the area. The station, in typical Spanish-style stucco popular in Florida, was used in the 1957 film Wind Across the Everglades. Wow. Starring Burl Ives and Gypsy Rose Lee. That's interesting. Wow, so there was actually a movie made here The tracks were torn out in 1959 and the building, which was extended to include a banquet room, became a popular restaurant. So that's pretty neat. So Wind Across the Everglades was filmed here in this building. Learn something every day. I did not even read that in the history of this building until now. That's amazing. Served as a passenger hub for the railroad until 1956. Let me go walk in the back here. Interesting, right on the water. Look at this. Look at that old fire escape going up. Wow, right up to the old door up there. Well, I wish the current owner good luck of this property. The building has been in the news, as I had mentioned. The current owner was having problems with the town as far as permitting goes. But I've heard up to recently, maybe a month or two ago, that I was all taken care of, and he's actually gotten donations from different contractors in the area to start rebuilding this structure, which would be a shame not to restore, especially since it's got a Hollywood connection. Okay, that about wraps up my journey this morning to the Everglades City, and we visited some historic buildings in this small little town. I'll end it right here at the train depot. Please subscribe to the channel. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please subscribe. There's much more to come. Like it if you could. And I appreciate you viewing. And we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.